Welcome to Awaken and Anchor. This is Melanie, and this another episode of the Inspirationals, which are conversations about the dream world and lucid dreaming. Today, I'm so happy to be here with Margarita Fray, and she's the founder of DreamSome. I'm so curious about what you will tell us today. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for
Hi.
having me.
So let us know about this DreamSome. What is it?
Here at Dreamsome, we help people bring mindfulness to their dreams, basically. And we have a few things how we do that. We have built an app, which is a dream diary app where people can log their dreams. And for now, it's a simple tool for self-reflection, but we're also looking to incorporate features that will help people understand how dreams influence their mental well-being, their overall state during the day. Help them understand their dreams better, beyond interpretation, because that's not something we believe in, especially in the Gestalt therapy method, which I'm also training in. Interpretation is not a thing. It is more about the dreamer to understand what their dreams mean and how they feel. And so those features are in the pipeline for the future, as well as lucid dreaming features and tools, and also courses on lucid dreaming, since I'm now doing the lucid dreaming facilitator training with Charlie. So that all brings into my expertise as also a product designer, because I've been working in design for 5 years before. And that's like the part of the app. And also on top of that, I am providing coaching and one-on-one guidance into dream work, into lucid dreaming, and that's what I'm personally interested in. I have hosted some dream sharing events before,
Oh
as well
yeah. Oh
some,
yeah.
and yeah, so it's like it's a bit of a broad spectrum, and the main mission is to help people bring mindfulness to their dreams and to improve their mental well-being through dream work.
Wow, this is so powerful. Actually, so many questions come up. Okay, let me try to put this in order. So obviously, first of all, I'm really interested in the aspect of the dream diary. So, may I ask you a little bit more detail on how it works? Um, and Yeah, I mean, it's isn't it? It's such an amazing, beautiful way to get into a relationship with our dreamer, right? Like really, and it gives so much back once you open the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And initially, before I had any idea for the product itself, I just wanted to create something for dream work or even for lucid dreaming, a tool. And during my research, I've talked to so many lucid dreamers and dream people who work with dreams. It became absolutely clear that a dream diary is the absolute basic for like any kind of dream work. You just need to know your dreams and remember them, and that's how the idea of having a dream diary came up. And yeah, so absolutely essential tool.
Mhm. Um, I'm really curious, if I may ask, I don't know if you want to go into detail. So how would it work? You also said you have it's an app also, apart from the many tools you offer. And I'm really curious, just also on a technical level. So if I'm your customer, I really want to use the app. First of all, maybe you want to share how can we access it?
Yeah,
Um,
if you go to, sure, if you
uh-huh.
go to dreamsome.space, this is our website,
Mhm.
dreamsome.space. And then there's like the biggest button you can see is download beta. So we're right now in beta version. It's only available on iOS. It's not directly in the App Store because it's not a public version yet. So yeah, you would have to download it through our website, and then you just yeah get it, and then you start using it basically.
Oh, perfect. So let me just get even more clearer about the. So I would use the app, and I could just can I dictate my dreams? Do I have to type it in? How? Mhm.
Yeah, that's the very also essential part of the app, that when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to look at your phone so much. So yes, we incorporated dictation function. So you have the voice recording and also voice to text transcription in order to take that text, yeah, that voice into text.
That's a huge relief. That's a huge relief because especially when there is the still the drowsiness going on and the waking ups, and even in the middle of the night, especially when there is so much dream recall,
Yeah.
uh, it's really helpful to not have to bother with. typing
Yeah,
types.
for sure.
Yeah. Great. Wow. Okay. There was so much you said. Okay. So mindfulness, and you said you are integrating also like a log on how psychologically we are feeling, right? Was that more or less what you said? Can you a little bit dive a little bit deeper into that?
Yes, currently we don't have that functionality. It is being developed and it will be rolled out like as soon as it's ready. We're just two people. It's me and a developer, and
Mhm.
Charlie is our advisor, basically.
Oh,
So it that takes some work.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
so it
wonderful.
takes like some time and work in order to bring this to life. Yeah, so in the future that'll be possible. Right now it's more a tool for self-reflection or for the practice of dream work, like for the person who's very interested in it, basically.
Hmm.
I can talk a bit more about the app because there are like this unique things about the app that are not available, for example, in a notebook when you write those dreams, right? So when you write this in a notebook, it's hard to structure your dreams. It's hard to go back to some, hard to find things. Sometimes you would need a separate calendar. That was the case for me with the lucid dreaming practice. I would have like a just a printout of a calendar. I would mark my lucid nights. And for example, just recently we also launched a feature where we can filter the dreams in the calendar, and that way we can track our lucid dreaming practice. We can just say, okay, when did I have those lucid dreams? And then yeah, only the nights with lucid dreams will be marked, and then we know, okay, so last week I had two lucid dreams and the week before maybe none. That's a functionality that I'm very excited about because I was missing that one. Then there's of course the search. So whenever I want to look back onto a dream for a certain keyword, I can always find that dream again. Scrolling back in time, obviously, like this feed view. These are the things that I'm excited about that we have so far.
Oh, I can't wait to start to use it. Yeah, wow. Um, well, this is a little bit more because I really want to pick your brain. Just a second for may you just explain, there may be just a definition of, okay, so Gestalt therapy. May you just a little bit touch on that? So what is the basic idea of that?
Sure. It is, I would say, almost an opposite of psychoanalysis. I don't want to sound unprofessional here, but basically, Gestalt therapy focuses on the here and now, on the feelings, on the body, on the experience of the person. Even when we're talking about the past, that past is being talked about in the present moment. So when in psychoanalysis, we just go back into time and we look about our trauma, what happened back then. It's so analytical and so like back in the day. While in Gestalt therapy, it's always like, yes, that happened to me then, but it's somehow influencing me now. And I'm feeling some things about that past right now. And that's what we work with basically. There is this such exercises as having the empty chair where we put like I don't know, a person on like a person, like a metaphorically on the chair, and we start speaking to it. So it's actually, if you look at it from lucid dreaming perspective, it's it's a great exercise because that's what we do in a lucid dream. We can go back like and meet a personification of the fear or like a person that we have a trouble with from the past in the dream right now. And that's like it's so aligning with Gestalt therapy at the same time that I'm just really, that's also my interest to somehow combine these two views and create a Gestalt therapy approach to lucid dreaming, which is, I would say, is not so mainstream right now. So lucid dreaming is mostly looked at from the Jungian perspective, and I'm interested in how this Gestalt view on lucid dreaming would develop if that comes to that.
That's a very, very interesting evolution, and it totally resonates with what I'm looking for actually in therapy. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Well, since we are already touching a little bit the lucid dreaming, would you be so kind and maybe let me know how did your journey with lucid dreaming start, if ever there was a
Sure.
starting point?
Sure. The starting point for me was quite a long time ago when I was a teenager. My uncle just gave me a book about lucid dreaming, basically, and then I read it, and then I was, I don't know, 12 probably, and then because I was younger, it was easy for me to start having the lucid dreams. But then I had a sleep paralysis actually. So I started to have lucid dreams and then I had a sleep paralysis. I got so scared that I stopped having lucid dreams. Like I stopped the practice. I completely, I just blocked. I didn't want to have it anymore. And then until 3 years ago, when I had actually an accident, after the accident, they came back. Like, I don't know what happened. They just came back and they were very intense and they were different. And it was like flying out the multiverse and like seeing like different versions of the people that I know in this life. I was like, what is happening here? Like, I need to do something about those lucid dreams since they're back. And that's how I went to a workshop here in Berlin with Robert, that we know, our, yeah,
But Eckstein.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, since then we've also been friends, and since then I picked up lucid dreaming as a practice, and then since more than a year and a half, I'm working on Dreamsome now.
Wow, that's great. While you were talking, I was just thinking also, that's exactly the point. Like when you don't know what it is, like a sleep paralysis can be so scary. And that's why I think even just bringing out the information, that more and more people, and also especially the young generations, they know that they're safe and they
Yeah.
don't have to block for years something that is so precious. But I totally get it. It's the experience when you really don't know what's happening with your body can be so scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so valuable what you do in your work, I think, to bring awareness about this because it's um, so helpful for all kinds of stages in our lives
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
we
and I can
need.
just I can even add about the sleep paralysis experience because I regret that nobody back then could guide me through it and tell me what it is. Because after Robert's workshop, also I researched a bit more and I realized that sleep paralysis is actually a doorway to lucid dreaming. So when you're able to go through it mindfully and not being freaked out by it, basically, the lucid dream is like 5 seconds away from it. And now that I practice sometimes falling asleep consciously, I know that when I start to really drift off, I often start hearing like somebody whispering my name in my ear, loud noises. It just takes some mindfulness and knowledge that this is not something actually no one is breaking into my apartment. It's just
Mhm.
the hallucinatory state of the mind, like the hypnagogic state that's creating those instances. And yeah, there's nothing terrifying about them.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for sharing this. Um, So maybe for our viewers, just one last question. Would you mind to just even just the part or whatever you feel was impactful as a lucid dream to you, would you mind to share a little bit?
Sure, and I had quite a few ones, but I think I'll talk about one that I will also include in our like graduation lucid dreaming facilitator TED talk, let's say. I'm going to be talking about a dream where I end up in a basement and it feels like a prison actually. It's so dark, like I was in an elevator going down, then I end up in this room, no windows, no doors, like just like one lamp probably. Very scary like place. I felt like I was going to be held hostage there until because it was already a lucid dream. I thought to myself, well, wait a second, I know it's a dream. So basically, I can walk through walls. Nothing can like stop me from that. And as soon as I realized that, I see like through the wall becomes like a bit transparent, and I see that there's green grass outside. So I just like, yeah, I go to the wall and I walk through it basically. And for me, it's actually a great parallel to the waking life because I can do the same thing in the waking life now. When I'm getting stuck in the fear, I can see the walls of that fear. Like somehow it's hard to explain, but I can walk through that wall and not, yeah, be so influenced by just look at it from the other side, knowing that there's grass basically. So that, yeah, it really is a great application of lucid dreaming to life because then it changes your approach also to life. Yeah, and that's why I would recommend people picking up lucid dreaming as well.
It changes the perception, right? It
For
gives you
sure.
a whole new perspective on what's possible and an amazing confidence
Yeah,
that even in the darkest places, there's a way out.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not so obvious, right? You don't think you could walk through a wall, but
Yeah. Now, first of all, I want to thank you for your time. But I really would like just to end, would you be so kind and just reshare where people can reach you? And also maybe just because I love your design, maybe if you want to share also your design page for the Instagram, that would be wonderful.
Sure, that sounds great. So our website is dreamsome.space. Also, if you just Google Dreamsome, that will come up as the first link. We also have Instagram. It's also again dreamsome.space. And yeah, since I'm a designer, I do design. I have my personal portfolio, which is margaritafray.com. And it's a bit of a mix of my art, of my design projects, but also I'm currently adding more speaking information there because as I started launching Dreamsome, I've been invited more and more to talk about it. So I'm giving actually a talk this week in German for the first time. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, so if also anyone is interested in inviting me as a speaker, that could be also a great opportunity to reach out and finding me, Margarita Fray, also on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm also really looking forward to what opportunities this whole Dreamsome journey brings.
Yeah, I can actually say I'm following for you for quite a while now, and I love your professional way of presenting. It's I can recommend highly to everybody. So thank you for coming,
Thank you.
and yeah, see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.